back to the Stitch Cræft Podcast. My name is Leah. I'm filming today from my little craft shop I have in St. John's, Newfoundland, called Stitch Cræft. And we specialize in natural wools and sustainable accessories, mostly for garment making specifically. So how are you guys today? I'm doing pretty good. I've had a couple of weeks where I've just felt the need to like clean my house and kind of rid myself of stuff and things and have kind of like a clear blank slate. And I felt really like kind of stifled, and I didn't have very much creative energy to be here on YouTube or Instagram. But I'm feeling much better now that I've done that. So hello, I'm back and I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy that you're here. So today, what do I have to talk about? I've done a test knit within this time frame since the last episode. I've been learning to spin, and it's been really exciting. I thought it was too hard at first, but I think I'm starting to get the hang of it now. And I've cast on a new project, and I have finished a project, which is this one here. So this is the Rota cardigan by Sjösvärd. It makes me so happy. I love this cardigan. I feel like it fits my body so perfectly. I feel like it's really flattering. It's just the right amount of fitted without being like tight, you know? And it's cropped just perfectly to wear with my linen skirt that I made. The sleeves are long. I've kind of been folding up the cuff because I made the sleeves really long, and well, not really long. They're kind of just perfect long, but I like more of a bracelet length. But I think I like that I did them full length, and I kind of like the cuff rolled up a little bit. So here she is. I'm so happy about this. I will 100% be making another one of these cardigans in a different color, in 100 colors. I think it's my favorite garment to date, although I probably say that all the time after I finish a garment. One of the things I love the most about this garment is that in the instructions, Anna says to use a wool that's a bit rusty, a bit toothy, or rustic. And so I was thinking I wanted to make this cardigan for a long time, and I just kept not really knowing the best wool that I wanted to use, something that was a bit rustic, but not itchy and scratchy against the skin. And so it kind of stopped me from making it for a while. And then I found Wild Into the Woods, which is a Canadian wool company. It's very, very small. She does natural wools. And so this is the undyed, like charcoal or like dark natural wool. Anyway, it's single ply, which was interesting to knit with. Occasionally it would kind of like roll up on itself while I was knitting, but the finished product is so perfect. It is really warm, but really light and airy, and it's not at all itchy. Like I don't have a layer underneath this, just like a little small like tank kind of thing. And it's perfect. It's the nicest wool. I love this wool. I'm so happy about this wool. So happy, in fact, that my next project I'm knitting with it, but in the lighter color. So I'm very, very happy about this. I'm also wearing, this is the Enchanted Pinecone Beret by Amanita Knits. I test knit this for her I don't know, a month or so ago, and I still love it very much. I knit this in Knitting for Olive, the copper colorway. So it's the merino and mohair held together. It's got these little cute leaf details, and it's like a nice pop of color, but that's not like, you know, chill pop of color. I'm really loving the like one pop of color in my wardrobe lately. That's kind of what I've been going for, wearing like neutrals, grays, and blacks, and then putting in a color with it. Yeah. So 1 second, please. Hi. Okay, I'm back. I had a customer come in who gets a private knitting lesson. So I just taught some knitting. It was really fun. Okay, so I was talking about my Rota cardigan. I love it very much. Let's think, what's next? I did a test knit for Fable Knitwear. And it's so cute. And I'm kind of continuing on with my inspiration for this insanely bright orangey red color that I'm still really obsessed with. So this is the Baby Balaclava Junior Pixie thing. I forget. Okay, I'll have to write the name down below because now I can't remember the name of it. Anyway, it's for a child. This is size 3 to 5 years. It has this cute little pixie thing at the top here, and it's so stinking sweet. I still need to block it. So after I block it, I will get a picture of this on my daughter. It looks so cute. She has the same like coloring, skin tone and stuff as I do. So it looks really, really good on her. And we are both super obsessed with the Little Witch Hazel books. And in those books, she has a hat this color. So maybe I'm being heavily influenced by my child's book for my style lately. I don't know. Could happen. Anyway, this is so sweet. The construction is really cool. This is not out yet. It's still in testing. But I think it says on the test that we can share on social media and stuff. So I won't say anything too much about it. It's a really quick knit. I knit this in Knitting for Olive heavy merino. So it's pretty big gauge, knits up really quickly and beautifully. I finished this in like 3 days, I think. So, and I really like the double folded like part that goes around the face. It's really squishy and warm, and it is nice, like when she puts it on, it's nice and snug around her face. So it's definitely great for keeping really warm in the snowy, windy weather that we have here where I live, although not so much this year. It's been windy, yes, but not overly snowy. I think we're supposed to get a snowstorm tomorrow, so they say. We'll see if it happens. I'm just gonna take a sip of my tea. I love my new mug, see? It's so hot. I'm drinking, we sell in our shop tea from a local business called the Newfoundland Tea Company. And all of their tea is organic. She blends them. And so this is my favorite blend. It's a decaf blend it's called Chamomile Mint. And it has chamomile, peppermint, hibiscus, elderberry or elderflower. And I think that's it. But it's so nice for this time of year. It's so nice for the tummy. It's so nice for the nerves. It's great for the immune system, and it tastes so good. It's my favorite decaf tea in the world. It's so warm and cozy. Okay, so that's my test knit, finished object. What am I working on right now? I'm working on the Gondor vest, also by Fable Knitwear. That's just a coincidence. This, I think, now will be my third project that I've done by her. And I really love, I love the way her patterns look. They have such a vintage feel to them, but the construction is really modern and unique. So you're not kind of knitting in panels and sewing things up. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I like sewing too. So if a pattern calls for sewing, I'm down to do that. But I think it's really cool how she's designed things and how clever her designs are. I really love them and I love the way they look. That being said, her gauge is so loose compared to my gauge. So I do struggle to meet gauge with her patterns. I did, which shirt was that? The heirloom sweater? Jumper? Heirloom jumper with the lace down the front. It's like, it's black. I did it in Knitting for Olive. And in order to meet gauge, I think her pattern called for 3.5 millimeter. And in order to get gauge, I had, that's size, US size 4. And in order to get gauge, I had to use US size 8, which is like, that's a big, big, big difference. And I'm really happy with the end result and how my shirt turned out. I love that one very much. I wear it all the time. It looks so cute with my skirt. But I don't like knitting on size 8 needles. I like knitting on size 4 or 5 or 3 or 6 even, but not 8. 8's too big. So that I didn't really like, but the end result I love. So this is the Gondor vest. So the entire vest is in ribbing. So it's kind of taking a long time. But I had the same issue. So when I did my gauge swatch, it turned out that in order to get gauge for this, because she also calls for 3.5 millimeter or size 4, I would have had to go all the way up to a US size 8. And I really didn't want to do that. And when I did my gauge swatch for it, I actually wasn't very happy with how the fabric looked. It looked like the ribbing was just too big. It was like very ribbed. So instead of doing the size 1, because the sizing is there's a pretty significant difference in like the finished bust size of the size 1, I think is 80 centimeters. And the finished bust size of the size 2 is 90 centimeters. So that's actually like a pretty big difference. If you're looking for something fitted, which with like a 0% ease or like a slightly negative ease, which is what I wanted for this vest. I want it to be fitted and cropped to wear over my linen dress that I recently hand sewed by Rosary Apparel. So, yeah, so I went with just using the needle size recommended, so US size 4 or 3.5 millimeter. And I went up an entire size thinking that I should be able to get the size of finished garment that I'm looking for. So far, I still think it might be a little tight, but I think after I block, it will be fine. Because, it'll look like this, which I think I really like the way the ribbing looks with this. But when I swatched with the size 8, it was like really kind of blown apart. So yeah, so this is, I almost just lost my stitches stretching this. The Gondor vest. I'm knitting it with Wild Into the Woods, natural, undyed wool from Victoria, BC in Canada. I'm loving working with this super rustic wool. It's making me really, really happy. It's the same brand as my sweater, but the lighter color. So it's very kind of, it's really warm gray, and I'm pairing it with this really neutral, slightly cooler gray mohair to get a, you know, mithril colored vest for my protection. I'm really excited about this. I'm starting the increases. I've got a few increases done now already. 1, 2, 3. I'm about to do the 4th increase. So I think soon I'll be splitting for the armholes. And yeah, I'm really excited. I hope it turns out, I hope it's not too tight. I think after I block it, it will relax a little bit. So that's what I'm working on. And what else did I want to talk about? I really should make notes. I know. So today I'm recording in my little shop. My co-owner, Barbara, she sells the organic tea and really beautiful like teapots and kitchen cozy higgy kind of products that are so nice. So we're kind of like a match made in heaven because we both love the, you know, cozy vibes and natural vibes. Everything's really like natural in here. But we recently decided to open up our back room to be a little cafe. So now this is where we host our workshops. She does workshops as well, like painting workshops and wreath making workshops in the winter with like actual like pine trees and stuff. I don't know if I've talked about this on here yet already, but that's our shop. It's Covered Up and Stitch Craft, and it's so sweet. So yeah, we opened up this backspace to make a cafe. So you can come anytime and craft. You can bring your whatever you're working on, your spinning, knitting, crocheting, whatever. Come down and have self-serve yourself a cup of organic tea. And like hang out with us. It's really, really fun and beautiful. So that's where I'm recording today. I wanted to kind of make a little cute space here that I can do recordings in, and I'm so happy right here in this little spot. This is my beautiful loom that I got a couple, like last year for Christmas. And when I'm finished my Gondor vest, I think I'm going to use the rest of my Wild Into the Woods to put on my loom. A new weaving project. I really want like a shawl, you know, kind of just like this long and like the whole width, a kind of bigger cozy lap blanket shawl. And I think it'll look really nice in the, like with the this dark wool as the weft and the lighter wool as the warp, or yeah, I think that'll look really nice. So I've been watching Cat Weaver's podcast and following her on Instagram, and she's been doing a lot of weaving lately, and it's been inspiring me and making me really, really, really want to weave something. So I'm going to do that really soon. But the newest thing that I've been working on is spinning. And last time I did a podcast, I was like, guys, this is so hard. And it is. It's really hard. But I think I've kind of getting the hang of it now. I have a little plied turtle of my own hand spun wool, and I can't believe it. So I hope it shows you, because this is plied. This is yarn, guys. Yarn. And I made it myself. I can't believe it. Yeah, it's really similar actually to this. It's a bit warmer, a little tiny bit more dark and a little tiny bit warmer. This brings me so much joy. I can't believe I did this. I can't believe I made yarn. I think what I'm going to, a lot of people said in the last video, you should keep your first, skein that you make, as like, just kind of to look at. And then later on you can go back and see kind of how far you've come. And part of me thinks that's a really good idea, and part of me really wants to do that. And then another part of me says, make this into something that you're going to be able to look at every day and that you're going to wear. So I think I'm going to use it. I think I'm going to make a pair of fingerless mitts, something, or like just hand warmers, something really simple that doesn't really have a design or anything, just so it totally showcases the wool instead of a pattern or something. I can't believe how soft this natural wool is. It's from a small little sheep farm in Nova Scotia called Old School Acres. And this is the wool here. It is, I think it's two sheep mixed together, a dad and a son, and so one is a little bit lighter and one is a little bit darker, so you get like this heathered look when it's all spun up, which is my favorite. I really don't like wool that is like really solid colored. I love the more heathered. Even if I'm going for a wool that's a color, I love when that color is dyed over like a kind of heathered gray base. Then I end up just loving the color so much more. So this is just beautiful, and I really wanted to order more, and when I went to order, they were all sold out. So I'm only gonna have the 100 grams, which is another reason I think fingerless mitts are a good idea, because 100 grams is a fair bit, but it's not enough to make something like I couldn't make this sweater. I needed more than 100 grams to make this sweater. So I think my gauge plied is about a DK, which is great. I wanted something that wasn't too thick. Obviously it's not super uniform, and in some places it's thicker, in some places it's like a fingering, but who cares? I think, again, fingerless mitts will be very forgiving. So I made this on my Turkish spindle. I've just started spinning another little turtle with the other half. I weighed it so that it's like 50 grams there and 50 grams here. So I'll have two little 50 gram skeins. And yeah, it's so much fun. I love spinning. I love spinning so much that I've already ordered or asked for a new spindle for Valentine's Day. And it is one of the supported spindles, because just from watching some YouTube videos, it seems to be the case that supported spindles can be very good for making finer yarn, and I really like to work with fingering or finer weight wool, so I think that would be good for me. And I also I really enjoy crafting while sitting on my couch, and that's harder to do with a drop spindle. So I think that the supported spindle will be really fun, and I can't wait for it to come, and I can't wait to show you guys, because it's not your average spindle. Like, it's just the most beautiful thing I've ever seen, and I'm so excited. So hopefully that will come sometime in the next month or by Valentine's Day, and then I'll show you guys. I'm worried I'm not gonna have any wool to like spin on it, so I need to get more like roving or wool to spin with. And yeah, that's it. I think that's all I wanted to talk about today. I'm so happy to get to chat with you guys again, and happy crafting to you guys this week. All right, see ya.